It would be hard to argue with the idea that we've become ultra-dependent on modern technology. We turn on our lights and get our coffee brewing by asking Alexa to do it for us. Many of our cars drive themselves now. We freak out if we lose power, or heaven forbid internet, for even a few moments. Frankly, we love to sit in our tech-heavy bubbles and absorb hours of content each day. Speaking of which, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. So, it may be a surprise to you that camping has actually been on the rise in the US over the last decade. But despite having the collective knowledge of the world on a handheld device sitting in our pockets, we're willing to bet that most people don't have any idea about the history of the human desire to go rough it for a few days. But hey, that's why we're here, to fill in those blanks for you. So, sit back and enjoy as we build the Lego Caravan Family Holiday camping set and discuss the story behind camping itself on this episode of The Brick Historic. One could successfully argue that living out in the wilderness is nothing new and dates back to the dawn of man. We don't disagree, so for this video we're going to focus on the idea of modern camping. There are two names that are most often attached to the start of modern camping: William H. Murray and Thomas Hiram Holding. William H. Murray was a Yale graduate who spent many summers in the 1860s in the Adirondacks. During his trips, he would take notes about his experiences. From hunting for food, to what to wear, to how to fight off animals, he kept a journal covering all sorts of practical knowledge that he'd accumulate over those summers. That wisdom eventually led to his publication of Adventures in the Wilderness, a guidebook of sorts meant to teach people how to camp. The book was an instant success and drove thousands of people each year to experience time roughing it in the Adirondacks for themselves. Thomas Hiram Holding got his start with camping around the same time. A British citizen and traveling tailor, Holding trekked across the prairies of America in his youth and later cycled across Ireland with his friends, camping as they went. He then published the book Cycle and Camp, a take on the activity that was focused more on making camp each night as you traveled. Holding and Murray started something with their books. As more and more people studied their wisdom and took up the activity, campgrounds and camping groups started popping up all over the US and Europe. The Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts took root and taught camping and survival as part of their mission. The YWCA and YMCA organized camping groups among their members. Along the east coast of the US, it became common for homeschooling families to form groups that would go out on camping trips for a week or two at a time. To help fuel it all, the U.S. Forest Service and National Park Service were both formed around the early 1900s, giving people established places to go for their camping activities. Through the course of the 20th century, places to camp and camping equipment constantly evolved. Entire industries, from RV makers to tent makers to nationwide campground corporations, grew exponentially as the number of willing campers increased each year. Camping in the 21st century has many forms depending on how you want to go about it. Some like to really rough it, taking only a backpack full of what they need to survive and heading out into the woods. Some will travel a river by canoe and set up camp each night. Many will pitch a tent at an established campground that offers restrooms, shower facilities, and other amenities. And then others, like our Lego minifig friends here, will opt for some sort of RV that has a kitchen, bathroom, running water, and a satellite dish for TV. At whatever level you want to commit to getting back to nature, today's world makes it completely possible. We cannot deny that no matter how comfortable we think we are with our modern lifestyle, where it seems that everything we could possibly want is only the push of a button away, Mother Nature calls for us to come home, at least for a short visit from time to time. William H. Murray and Thomas Hiram Holding showed us the way, and from there the idea took off into what is now a summer tradition, not only in America, but all over Europe and the rest of the world. And we appear to be fully committed to it, too. Annual revenue in the U.S. at campgrounds alone tops over $5 billion. As for our Lego family and their camping choices, it looks like they went for comfort without totally breaking the bank on a full-blown RV. Their camper has a lot of great detail inside, which makes it a fun build. The set is also a creator's set, so it can actually be built 3 different ways. We'd recommend picking it up and perhaps doing the build at a picnic table on your next camping adventure. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Brick Historic. If you've not already done so, please do take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when we post new videos. Also, please consider sharing this video on your social media, as that's fast becoming the thing that the YouTube algorithm likes most. That having been said, please do put down the electronics from time to time and go enjoy nature. And until the next time we see you, thank you for watching.